behind the wall. This right here is the
that is a dream, but I still know my heart gone. I got the family right on my back, so I'm 10 toes. And
I'm a jock all-American. I'm at the top of my class with my letterman. I remember back in college, bitches knocking on my dorm door. I ain't never let
Give it for my cousin. You never know when it's gonna come, so when you get it, make it double twice. Shit that I ain't proud of, but I'm
kind nigga quick bands, falling in deep with the quicksand. Flag on my ass, no quick brand. I was say, I don't even know her last name. She bad as cold glass frame. These can't see me.
Everybody got their thing. Some niggas make millions, other niggas make memes. I'm on a money routine.
Bring my ice out. So you try to sip some, bring the pints out.
Get my gas tank on E, I need a fill up. Back up on my fucking.
Statesville, and all my doing life behind the wall. This right here is the.
That is a dream, but I still know my heart gone. I got the family right on my back, so I'm 10 toes. And
I'm a jock all-American. I'm at the top of my class with my letterman. I remember back in college, bitches knocking on my dorm door. I ain't never let
Give it for my cousin. You never know when it's gonna come, so when you get it, make it double twice. Shit that I ain't proud of, but I'm
kind nigga quick bands, falling in deep with the quicksand. Flag on my ass, no quick brand. I was say, I don't even know her last name. She bad as cold glass frame. These can't see me.
Everybody got their thing. Some niggas make millions, other niggas make memes. I'm on a money routine.
Bring my ice out. So you try to sip some, bring the pints out.
Get my gas tank on E, I need a fill up. Back up on my fucking.
What's going on, man? Excuse me. We're back with another episode of the 704 Hour. This is episode 2, Greyhound Town. Shout out to anybody that's tuned in. We live on Twitch and YouTube. Like I said, man, I'm back just showing some more love to the city. More importantly, showing more love to the people in the city. Just shouting everybody out that's trying, motivating everybody that's trying to do something. Everybody that's trying to maintain, taking care of a household, taking care of their kids, or if they don't got kids, just trying to get themselves together. Like I said, just everybody in the 704 trying, maintaining. Prayers up to everybody that's doing their thing, man. So we back with another episode. I am going to be solo tonight. Like I said, I ain't going to be on here too long. Like I said, I just wanted to come on here and, like I said, just talk some more positivity about the city, you know, the people of the city, you know. Like I said, I don't know too many people know too much about Statesville or whatnot, so as far as like YouTube or even Twitch, I don't know how many people are going to be viewing this or the views will come in, but right now I feel like once my channel get bigger, because it is going to get bigger, I can see that. And once my little show I be doing as far as, not little show, but my big show I be doing as far as Uncut Ish Talk, once these things get bigger, I feel like I want to be able to have a platform for local people to be able to come on to talk about certain things they want to talk about, whether it's a business, whether it's life, anything, man. I just want to have that platform for the local people, and especially from the place I'm from, to have that place to come through and vent, no matter what's going on, or if they want to talk about, like I said, their business, anything, man. Like I said, this is about the 704, and in particular, Statesville, the place I'm from. So shout out to everybody that's from Statesville. Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing in Statesville, working, maintaining, like I said, just being productive, trying to be positive. Prayers up to everybody that's, like I said, doing whatever they trying to do as far as just making it in life. Said, man, it's a lot going on these days. Well, like I said, we getting started right now. Like I said, this is a 704-hour episode 2, Greyhound Town. Like I said, I don't know how many times not how many times, but I don't know how much I'm going to be doing this. Like I said, this ain't something I'm going to do every week like I do my Uncle Ish Talk. This is just something I want to do as far as just celebrating the city. And once again, I want to shout out Preston because, like I said, that day he had hit me up, and I said this in the first episode about reacting to somebody's music video. I was like, this gave me the idea to do this. So once again, shout out to him. Shout out to Clyde Lazenby. I know he's still doing his thing. He recently was doing something with Afrotech. I know I can't remember every detail I know he was getting into, but I know he's doing something with that. Like I said, Clyde is the tech guy. He's working on the cartoon. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but you probably could be looking out for that sometime next year, 2022. Definitely be looking out for that. A cartoon based around the 704. So you come on, man. I can't wait for that. Reactions, breakdowns, and all of that. You better be looking out for that, especially me doing it as far as Clyde's cartoon. As far as anybody who is, as far as the 704 in particular, Statesville, anybody who's lost a loved one, my condolences, RIP to anybody who's lost a loved one this year. And not just even Statesville and not just the 704, all over, man, because this has been a lot going on. A lot going on. And it ain't just one thing in particular, it's just with life. It's been a lot going on. So once again, I want to send my condolences and prayers and RIP to everybody who's lost someone. Everybody, especially in this year or whatnot. And in particular, like I said, the city I'm from, people who've lost some loved one or whatnot, my condolences and prayers to y'all, man. RIP to anybody who's lost a loved one. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, man. Like I said, it weighs a lot on you mentally. Even it can get physical. I mean, like I said, man, RIP, my condolences, and just keep pushing. That's one thing I always say, keep pushing, man. Another thing I want to do is just shout out the regular as far as Park Drive, shout out Rabbit Town, shout out Southside, shout out Belmont, all the above. And once again, showing love to the people of those towns. Not towns, but showing people to the love of those neighborhoods. My bad, I'm tripping. It's been a long day, like I said, man. And like I said, I'm not going to be on here long. But I just, like I said, wanted to show love and show shout outs to everybody that's doing their thing in the 704. And especially Statesville, the city I'm from. Another thing in particular I want to do, and like I said, that's the reason this name of this episode is Greyhound Town. I've been seeing a lot of posts about the Statesville Greyhounds and what they've been doing this season as far as the football team. Right now I heard that they moved to 11-0, and this is the third time since 2012, 14, and this year in particular that they've done that. So shout out to the Statesville Greyhounds, man. They're in the playoffs right now, and if I'm not mistaken, they just beat East Lincoln and they move into the third round. Shout out to the Statesville Greyhounds and what they doing, man. I've been seeing, if it's not parents posting about their kids playing on the team, it's been just everybody in the neighborhood as far as Statesville, just been posting about the Greyhounds and Statesville and what they doing. Shout out to the team, shout out to the coaches or whatnot and what they doing with the team. They doing good. Like I said, 11-0. Shout out to the Greyhounds, man. And definitely shout out to the young men playing sports and whatever what they doing as far as out there and whatever they got going on as far as whoever's leaving next year as far as seniors or whatnot and whatever they got going on. Shout out to all the young men out there playing. And of course I'm thinking you gotta keep your grades up to stay on the team or whatnot, so I know they doing their thing as far as education wise. But shout out to all the young men out there that's on the Greyhounds right now, and not just the Greyhounds. Shout out to all the West. Shout out to South. Shout out to everybody as far as the 704. I know the rivalries or whatnot, but shout out to all the young men that's out here playing. Not only the young men, the young women that's out here doing their thing as far as sports or whatnot, and not just sports. Shout out to all the young people in particular that's out here doing something, that's trying to do something positive, that's trying to stay out of trouble, because I know especially in States was not too much going on. There's not too much to do. So just trying to stay busy and stay out the way and trying to just keep yourself going, especially in school and just shout out to all the young people that's doing their thing, and especially the Statesville Greyhounds, man. I'm not trying to point nobody out or not trying to single nobody or anything, but I love what they doing. Like I said, this is all I see on my timeline as far as Facebook or whatnot is the Statesville Greyhounds and everything they doing. So shout out to all those young men out there doing their thing. I hope whatever y'all got going moving forward as far as the future, prayers up, man. Prayers up. And everybody that's going to be moving forward as far as still on the team or whatnot going into next year that's still going to be at Statesville High and playing for the Greyhounds. Prayers up to y'all and motivation for whatever y'all going to be have going on next year in particular. But definitely shout out to the Greyhounds and what they did this season, man, and what they still doing. Like I said, they're in the playoffs and they're about to go to the third round. Shout out to what they doing, man. Next thing I want to jump into, man, like I said, I got my notes and stuff here, because like I said, man, it's been a long day. I work, getting off, making sure my kids are straight, and shout out to everybody in the city that's working and maintaining and getting off. I know I done said this already, but everybody's getting off, making sure their kids get their homework done, getting the house straight, gotta cook and all that, man. Shout out to all the working parents in the 704, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, I wanted to shout out everybody in the city just working and trying to make it and taking care of their kids while maybe going to school, trying different career options, or still just holding down the household. And people in general, not even career-wise, just in general, just working and trying and doing everything they best just to maintain and keep going in life. Like I said, I said a lot of this earlier, but I want to keep emphasis on this because I know how hard it is. Like I said, I done been going through things. I'm still going through certain things. Whether it's just making sure your household is straight, trying to whether it's you working a certain job and trying to get more money, trying to make sure stuff good. Because like I said, especially trying to be not trying, but being man of the house, trying to make sure certain things are taken care of already. It's a lot, man. So shout out to all my men in the 704 that's doing your thing, taking care of your kids, women too. Well, shout out to all my parents that's doing their thing, man. Another thing I wanted to do, I want to send prayers to people that's incarcerated in the 704 and everybody that's dealing with court cases. I feel like this is not brought up enough because I feel like certain people might feel like outcasts that's dealing with certain situations, that's dealing with the law or being in trouble with the law, especially somebody who's been in trouble with the law a bunch of times, particularly in my city, especially when you got a whole new jail that's being built right in the middle of the city, ready to lock people up and whatnot. But like I said, I'm trying to be positive about this, but I want to send prayers up to anybody that's incarcerated right now, that's locked up, anybody that's dealing with court cases right now, because I feel like a lot of people are being judged when they've been to court a lot or when they've been to jail a lot, not knowing what these people are going through mentally or not knowing what people are going through just in life. In particular, young people. It's got certain young people that might not be playing sports that's in the 704 right now, and young people that's in particular in Statesville. Once again, I want to say it's not a lot that might be going on in Statesville. It's not too much going on, so you might have young people that's not playing sports, young people that's grades might not be the best, so you might have these fingers being pointed, or not in particular, just people looking down on them saying, nah, that's a troublemaker, this and the third. But I want to send prayers up to those young people that feel like they the troublemaker or feel like they the outcast or feel like they don't belong. I want to send prayers up to y'all because we've had these situations, or we've heard recently about certain situations that's going on. We ain't got to go into detail or nothing, but prayers up to the young people that feel like they're not being heard, particularly in the 704, particularly in states from Mooresville, Salisbury, Charlotte, all these areas in the 704, Greensboro, Winston, all these areas. Shout out to the young people, and I want to send prayers up to those young people that feel like they're not being heard, to these young people that are troubled, that are going through things. Like I said, everybody's not playing sports. Everybody doesn't have the good grades. Everybody doesn't have somebody cheering for them saying they doing all the good things in the world. Some people are getting up going, as far as young people are getting up going to school, dealing with things and might be bullying. Then they going home dealing with things, whether it's maybe not having a meal, maybe wondering if they're going to have certain clean clothes to go to school, just certain things in particular. And like I said, I'm not trying to go into details about certain things, but I want to send a prayer to those young people that feel like they going through certain things because social media. Like I said, I'm on here, I'm doing this, so I feel like it might be certain young people that are watching this. I don't know the age range between who be watching my channel or whatnot. I do try to check the analytics as far as YouTube or whatnot, and I do feel like it's a lot of young people that do be checking me out, especially when I'm doing the Marvel comics or whatnot. As far as what I'm doing reactions to movies, a lot of young people are watching movies these days, Netflix, streaming services and all that. So if you are watching right now, especially if you're in the 704 in Statesville and you feeling like you got a lot of things going on, maybe you in trouble with the law a lot and you got things going on as far as there's a lot of young people that got certain things going on with the law. People that been incarcerated, has been locked up, it's young. I want to send prayers up to you. You not being left out as far as not being heard. Like I said, I don't know in particular what's going on. That's why I try to put emphasis on being in my daughter's life, my son's life, my nephew's life. It's a lot going on, and especially if you're young, whether it's, like I said, dealing with bullies, whether it's dealing with situations at home, you don't know what these people are going through, especially young people these days. And sometimes it just be too much. So I want to send prayers out to these young people who don't have a lot going on, who feel like they not being heard, they feel like they got a lot of trouble going on in their minds, or just feel like it's too much going on. I want to send prayers out to you. Shout out to y'all. I just in particular want to send prayers out to y'all because I was a young person at one time, even having certain people in my ear telling me that you supposed to do this, you supposed to be doing that. I was doing certain things. I wasn't listening. Man, I was out here doing, man, I'm trying to tell you. I was out here doing stupid stuff. But I had people in my ear. I had a lot of people in my ear. But you might have a lot of young people who do not have people telling them to do this as far as right and wrong. But once again, I want to send prayers out to y'all. And once again, I want to send prayers out to everybody as far as the older people who are incarcerated, who are going through court things. Like I said, I want to send prayers out to y'all too. Like I said, I don't want to feel nobody left out. Like I said, this is about the 704. It's about Statesville in particular. But to everybody as far as North Carolina and the area in particular, I want to send prayers out to y'all if you're going through anything. Like I said, just trying to maintain and trying to make it in particular, especially when you from a small town, it could be rough, man. So prayers up, man, because like I said, I go through my things. I still go through things to this day. And I want to send prayers out to anybody that's going through things, man. That's going through anything. I want to get into some more things. I want to try to, I guess, jump into old hangout spots as far as Statesville go. I guess in particular spots I used to hang out at. I don't know if I did this in the first episode I did. If I did, I'm going to try not to repeat myself as far as spots I talked about. Because I know we talked about like Fun Station and stuff like that. I don't know if we talked about like Skateland, the all-night skating or whatnot. But if we did, y'all remember that was a spot I was at in particular as far as Statesville. Another spot probably was just the corner stores. I don't know if Solo was Solo back then. It might have been, but back then Solo had, you know, the mixtape CDs, bootleg movies sometimes. Even the barbershops back then. I don't know if barbershops still, I doubt it. Like I said, you got streaming services and everything. But back then, you could be sitting there getting a haircut or whatnot. You say somebody walk in with 1,000 movies that's in the theaters. You have somebody walk in with all the new music that ain't out, that's about to come out. Them was the days, man. I'm just saying, man. Everything's right at your fingertips now. So, in particular, though, those were hangout spots. And I'm just saying, those were hangout spots. And even our mall, Signal Hill Mall, it was a hangout spot back then, man. Whether it was, we had an arcade back then. It was a long time ago, but we had an arcade. We do still. I ain't been in that mall. I could probably say I ain't been in that mall in about maybe a year or two. Do they still got foot action in there? I'll let me know in the comment section, man. But for that, whether it was foot action, as far as hanging out, younger wise, we used to ride our bikes there. Especially if you stayed in Belmont, you ride your bike to the mall, man. It was a hangout spot. You ain't had no money like that, so you definitely wasn't going there to spend money, unless you might be trying to get something to eat around that area. Because in that area, you had Bojangles, you had McDonald's, Burger King or whatnot. So as far as hangout spots for me when I was younger, they wouldn't just hang out just to sit there in particular, but those were some of the particular spots that you would probably, I would go to, especially being a movie head. You see what I'm doing now, to find them new releases as movie, or whether it was trying to find that music, especially I love music. There was definitely the spots. Southside, where you had what was the store at, man? The Southside store. The Chinese person, not being funny when I say that either, not trying to be saying anything, but as far as the store wise, the way they sell clothes, I can't remember the store name, but they always had clothes, bootleg movies and CDs too. In particular, I'm just trying to name some of these hangout spots that I remember when I was younger, man. I already remember, I know we talked about the movies last time in the episode or whatnot, but those spots in particular. Another thing I want to talk about, because my kids kind of be getting on this, what's up with the school lunches these days? And I don't think it's just down here in the 704, but these school lunches, because I seen something where I think the kids can buy the old lunches that we used to get served, in particular like the square-shaped pizzas. Is that true? I'm like, come on, man. Because my kids, man, they can't stand the school lunches these days. And I remember the school lunches, man. I mean, it wasn't the best of the best, but them square pizzas, even the tacos sometimes, you gotta remember, we used to go eat school lunches and drink chocolate milk or white milk. That was a mixture. I don't think that was a good mixture, but I mean, I was straight. Maybe until I got to the house, I can't remember at those times, but still. But I think them school lunches these days, I heard somebody describe the school lunches as like jail food. And I mean, I always try to preach, and not preach, but just try to practice as far as being thankful, man. Because especially, you might have certain kids that might be going to school, and that might be their only meal they might be eating. So just being thankful for the meal you getting. But I mean, being a kid, especially being a child, you know you weren't gonna eat certain things, especially if it's just straight up nasty. And I remember in particular over the course of when the pandemic happened, and when everybody was not being able to go to school, and they was doing like certain free lunches, because yeah, so we got free lunches or whatnot, especially for our kids or whatnot. And those lunches, especially when they was getting picking up from the schools, I'm just saying, I seen them. So I can understand, but hey, I just really want to know, is it really that bad as far as the school lunches? It can't be that bad. I need to know, is it really that bad these days, man? I guess I want to jump into, as far as, like I said, I wasn't going to be on here too long, especially being it was just only me tonight. Like I said, I mainly just wanted to give people shouts out as far as just the city overall. I wanted to jump on here and just send prayers up to everybody that's got situations going on as far as the 704. But now I guess I'm about to jump into my local business of the week, local rapper of the week. I couldn't find a producer, but I guess I'm going to just name somebody I already know. If you got some people you know, help me out, man. Like I said, I want to keep doing this, because like I said, this ain't for no clout or nothing. Like I said, in particular, most of the people I feel like that's following me on my YouTube page, there ain't even a lot of people that's from like 704 or whatnot. I ain't gonna front, but I think a lot of people do watch me in particular, especially when I do the Uncut Ish Talk, that might be from the 704. But as far as anybody that know anybody that's doing like producing, people that's rapping locally, producing locally, rapping locally, anybody that's got a local business, let me know, man. Let me know in the comment section, or hit me up in my inboxes or whatnot, because like I said, I do want to keep doing this, and I want to do these shout outs or whatnot. So that's one of the reasons why I really couldn't come up with a local producer, but I feel like I want to name somebody that I already know. And I feel like he has been kind of working on some things recently, but he just ain't on it as much as I feel like he can be on it. So I am going to shout that person out. But as far as local business of the week, I'm going to shout out So Serious Ink Tattoo, and that's the shop by Tia Daniels. So shout out to So Serious Ink. I know she got more people that's working in the shop. And as far as if you're not from Statesville, and if you're watching me right now, as far as anybody that's on Twitch and YouTube, if you come into the town, look at my tattoos. She worked on my tattoos, and this is before she even got the shop. This is when she was like trying to do her thing in home or whatnot. She was just doing her thing or whatnot. I'm still a fan of what she's doing or whatnot, and I still got to get some new ink done. Shout out to Tia, I need some new ink done. But yeah, she did some of my work, but this has been a while back. She did some of my stuff a long time ago. This is before she even had her shop set up or whatnot, but I have been seeing some of her recent work. If you can go check her out on her social media. I know she got I think, if I'm not mistaken, a group page on Facebook was So Serious Inc., but I know she got a page on Instagram. I think she might have something on Twitter, but I know for certain that she got something on Facebook and Instagram as far as So Serious Ink tattoo. So if you do come to the town as far as Statesville or whatnot, and you trying to get some ink, go check out Tia Daniels at So Serious Ink in Statesville. As far as local business of the week, I want to give another shout out to So Serious Ink Tattoo by Tia Daniels. As far as local rap of the week, I want to give a shout out to the real Fat Dave. He dropped a freestyle called Light Bulb. I hope I'm not wrong. My bad, the real Fat Dave, if I'm wrong about the name of the song. But if I'm not mistaken, the name of the song is Light Bulb Freestyle. He going in on that. You definitely need to check it out. Go holler at him on his YouTube page. I know he got an Instagram page. I'm not sure if he got a Facebook page, but I know he got a Instagram page, The Real Fat Dave. So definitely go check him out. He got a YouTube page. He got a couple more joints on his YouTube page. Go check him out as far as videos and music. So as far as local rap of the week, shout out to The Real Fat Dave Freestyle Light Bulb. I think that's the name of the song. My bad, bro. If that's if I got the name of the song wrong. But shout out to the Real Fat Dave as far as local rap of the week. Like I said, I couldn't come up with nobody as far as local producer of the week. I was reaching out to people to let me know, like I said, and shout out to everybody who did reach out. And anybody who didn't reach back out, like I said, shout you out too. But anyway, I said I'm going to name somebody that I already know. So as far as local producer of the week, I'm going to shout out my bro A-Will, Adrian Wilson. I'm pretty sure everybody know A-Will. He done produced for a lot of people who was trying to do their thing, who's still doing their thing. And like I said, recently he let me hear a couple things that sound good. It sound good, and I hope he gonna try to put them out. I'm not sure if he sound like he was working on something like a compilation tape to get a lot of people on it as far as local rappers or whatnot, and stuff that maybe he'll produce, other producers, local producers that can produce. But I guess, like I said, I wanted to shout out him. I know he's still trying to do his thing. Like I said, my man work. Bro got a child. He taking care of a family. He got a lot of things going on. He taking care of a household. Like I said, that's the thing about the 704. Everybody on the move, man. We work. We doing our thing. So shout out to the local producer of the week. As far as my bro A-Will, he's still doing his thing. Adrian Wilson, he's still doing his thing. So I definitely wanted to shout him out, man, as far as local producer of the week, man. Like I said, man, that's pretty much all I have for this week as far as this episode. Like I said, I don't know how many times I'm going to be doing this. This might be every 2 weeks. It might be just every blue moon. Like I said, I'm just in particular looking for more things, not to talk about, but just as far as like the local producer of the week, whoever got something going on in the 704, just let me know, man. I want to shout you out. I want to talk about whatever you got going on. I'm not talking about anything I got going on, but as far as my page or whatnot, this is just shouting out the city and anybody that's got stuff going on. And once again, man, I want to send my prayers and condolences to anybody that's lost somebody this year, especially in Statesville. But it's not just a particular Statesville. It's anybody in North Carolina in the 704. Anybody that's lost somebody, I want to send my prayers and condolences. Once again, I want to give a shout out to the Statesville Greyhounds and what they doing this season as far as the football team and all those young men out there doing their thing on that field. Shout y'all out, man, to keep doing y'all thing, man. If y'all end up winning the playoffs or whatnot, I'm going to do another episode and shout y'all out again. So shout out to the Statesville Greyhounds, man. You see I got this Carolina on. Got to give a shout out to Cam Newton and what they did as far as the Carolina Panthers. I wasn't trying to throw them in, but I had to throw that in there, man. Once again, I want to apologize to the Cam Newton because I was trying to talking that dirt, like I said, because wasn't nobody picking them up. And I was talking about Steve Smith Sr., but it was true, man. Everything that happened the first season, but we ain't going to get into all that. Once again, shout out Cam Newton and what he doing as far as the Carolina Panthers and the 704 in particular, man. Once again, I want to give a shout out just to people in the city as far as Statesville, man. Everybody in the city of Statesville that's trying to do their thing, that's maintaining, that's working. Shout out to all my working women, all my working men that's doing your thing. Shout out to everybody in the 704 that's taking care of your kids. Shout out to everybody who don't got kids, that's just trying to maintain life and don't know what's going on particular next in life. They just trying to maintain it, trying to figure it out. Especially my young people that's out here trying to figure out and don't know the next move, but just trying to figure it out. Once again, shout out to all my troubled young people that got stuff going on, that just feel like they don't know what life got next. I want to send prayers up to y'all and let you know that I am sending prayers up, that I am praying for you. Like I said, I feel like I was a troubled youth. I wasn't the most troubled youth, but I feel like I had things going on even with people talking to me. But I definitely want to give a shout out to y'all and send prayers up to y'all. And I want to send another prayer up to everybody that's incarcerated from the 704, to everybody that's incarcerated in the 704. Anybody that's got court cases going on, whether it's a man or a woman. And shout out to all my young people that might have trouble that's going on with the law. I want to send a prayer up to y'all too. Anybody in particular, like I said, that's in Statesville, 704, that's trying to do something, that's got something going on, shouts out to you, prayers up to you. And again, shout out to the Statesville Greyhounds and what they doing and all those young men on the field and all the other high schools that's got young people out here. Shout out to all the young people that's in school in the 704 that's trying to make it, whether it's East Elementary, not East Elementary in particular, but whether it's elementary, middle school, or high school, whether it's college. Shout out to all of y'all that's trying to maintain and trying to make that next move too. Once again, I want to give a shout out to the local business of the week, to your Daniel So Serious Inc., the local rapper of the week, the Real Fat Dave, the local producer of the week, A Will. Like I said, man, let me know anybody that's local that got a local business, local rapper, local producer, anybody that's got something going on, let me know, man. I want to give them a shout out and talk about certain things that got going on. And anything that's in the city that's going on, I'm not going to front, man. I don't know too much about what's going on in the city. Like I said, I just did this to want to show love to the city that I'm from. So anything that's going on in the city that's positive or whatnot, let me know and I'll talk about it and shout it out or whatnot. Anybody that want to join me on here, let me know. And if you don't want to join me even on the 704 app, if you want to join me on Uncut Ish Talk, let me know. Reach out to me. I don't mind, man. You can join me. We'll talk about it and see what's going on. I do not mind, man. Like I said, this is something I started being somebody that's from Statesville. I did not want to be in a box. I am trying to do something that's bigger than the Ville. And like I said, when my channel do become bigger, I want to have a platform locally for local people to come through and do anything or talk about certain things, event or whatever they got going on. So shout out to everybody in Statesville, man. Shout out to the 704. This is something I wanted to do, and this is something I'm gonna keep doing, like I said. So as far as make sure I didn't forget anything, make sure I didn't forget to shout out anybody out. But if you was watching me on Statesville, I said Statesville. It's been a long day, man, like I said. If you was watching me on Twitch, or if you was watching me on YouTube, I appreciate it, man. Shout out to all my subscribers. If you not following me on Twitch, follow me. If you not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, come through and subscribe, man. I got more things coming, man. And like I said, we got a new episode of Uncut Ish Talk coming out Friday. Be on the lookout for that, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Be on the lookout later on for that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer reaction. I'm definitely going to be doing that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live reaction. I'm probably just going to do a pre-recorded one. But once again, I want to give a shout out to the city of Statesville, man. Shout out to the 704 and shout out to the people in the city of Statesville, man. We out.